Hey everyone, thank you so much for joining me for a monthly favorites video. I'm gonna go ahead and call this February, even though it's a little bit delayed and a lot of these products have been favorites for even longer than just last month. I think for these videos, I normally start off with skincare, but I feel like talking about, I have some weird stuff this month, but I promise you it's good and I hope you find something useful or interesting. So I think I'm gonna start with makeup just because I feel like it. And I would say that my favorite makeup launch from 2017 are the Bight Liquefied lips. These are so good, and I actually have a hard time reaching for other things because I always want to go back to these. So I apply a small amount and I make sure to blend it in with my finger, and I think that helps the longevity. It also lessens the chance of you getting them on your teeth, and then it just gives just the perfect amount of shine. I love these a lot, and I think my favorite, most worn shade is Chutney, and that's what I have on today. And then my most recent purchase is from the newest collection, and this is called Jicama. Both are very neutral, perfect for everyday wear, and again, Chutney is what I have on right now, and I think this one is a little bit more on the cooler side, a little bit leaning kind of mauvey, and then Jicama is richer and a little bit warmer, has a little hint of red to it. Both are gorgeous, and it just kind of depends on the eye look that I wear that day, so I'll just pick one of those to wear. So if you haven't tried them yet, I do really like them, and Bight just continues to be one of my favorite lipstick brands, although I have other products that I really want to and need to test out, like the new RMS lipsticks are fantastic. I also have been really liking the Fit Glow Serums, and I keep one of those in my bag at all time, and if I just want to touch up throughout the day and I don't want to have to worry about applying color perfectly, those serums are really nice. They give just a hint of color, but then they feel really nice on the lips. So I love these, but I will try to use some new things in March so that I have some other products I can talk about in the future. I've been so into eyeshadow so far this year, and I think it started out with the Smashbox Trio from my last Get Ready With Me video, the plummy one in Snap Queen. I think I use that almost every single day for like the last half of the month of January. And then I bought the Marc Jacobs Eye-Conic palette in Edgitorial. Let me double check, Edgitorial. I swatched this countless times at Sephora and thought about it for a really long time, but I love this so much. And I feel like I've used or felt Marc Jacobs shadows in the past, thought they seemed fine, but nothing exceptional. They redid the formula for these, and it is beautiful, both the shimmers and the mattes. So I love the shadows in here. I will admit that I haven't gotten a ton of use out of the gold. It's very much like a pot of gold, which can be a little bit harsh on my skin, but I love all the other colors, and this is what I use to create my eyeshadow look today, which I think is nice because it's neutral, but you get a little hint of that green, so it's something just a little bit special. And then the more neutral of the two that I have, this is Glambition. So again, a really pretty palette, and I think the packaging is beautiful and it looks gorgeous on your vanity. So then I do have one other. This is not really as much about the eyeshadow, it's more about the look as a whole and the eyeliner. In my last favorites video, I showed you guys the Stila Shimmer and Glows, and I have the little set from around the holidays. Now the two lightest shades I use all the time. I think it's Kitten and Grace. I love shadows like that all over my lid, but Twig I was reaching for a lot less. This one does look really good if you have the really warm Tarte palette. Twig goes well with a lot of those shadows. But again, I wasn't reaching for it that often until a few weeks ago. Stila used a picture from a makeup artist on Instagram, and she showed how she used this as an eyeliner. Now she did it with this really dramatic chocolatey smoky eye that looked great on her. Putting a dark matte color all over my lid is not the most flattering on me. So instead of that, I used the Urban Decay Naked Petite Heat, and I used Inhale all over the lid. And I love colors like this, especially if you have to go to work every day. It's not matte, it's not shimmery, it's somewhere right in between. It's a very glowy look that I think helps you look a little bit more awake without going overboard. So then I took the Hot Spell, which is just a mid-tone brown, and then a little bit of Strike in my outside corner. So again, a very basic eye look that you could do with whatever neutral palette that you have. And then I take some of Twig onto the back of my hand and then pick it up with my favorite eyeliner brush. It looks so good. It's dark enough that it gives you that depth that you want right at your lash line, but it's something a little bit special because it's this very warm, shimmery brown. So if you haven't tried this yet, I will find her picture and link it down below so you can check it out, but I think it's a really pretty look. And then a product I think I must have been sleeping on, because when I was searching on Ulta.com back in December, I was trying to find a good eyeliner, one that would last really well throughout the day. This one had so many reviews. It's from It Cosmetics, and it's called the No Tug Waterproof Anti-Aging Gel Eyeliner. And honestly, I bought it in December and I was like, why is no one talking about this? But there are so many reviews. But I did see that Miss Crystal Makeup put this in her end of year favorite. So maybe lots of people like it and just don't think to talk about it because it's a basic eyeliner. But if you need one, This is one of the best that I've ever used, and it does go on really nicely and smoothly onto my lid, and it's one of those that's easy to maneuver, which you guys know is what I like to do to kind of create a wing. It does last longer than most on my waterline, but I have really watery eyes, so nothing's gonna last completely perfectly all day, but this one is great, and I have it in the black brown shade, which I think is awesome. Two things that have kind of become part of my uniform for the past couple months: a dark nail polish, and I have a few, but I brought down Essie's Goodnight, and this is what I have on right now. It looks black from far away, but it actually has a little bit of a red burgundy undertone to it that I think it's really pretty, and I just have been loving the look of dark nails. And then the other thing is Commodities Bergamot. I have gone through 2 or 3 of the travel size of this, and I finally have the big one. This smells so good, and I have 2 other perfumes, but I've been reaching for this one the most over the past few months, and one of my friends and I were shopping for candles, and she smelled one. She goes, "Oh, this smells just like you." It was a bergamot candle. I said, that makes sense because that's what my perfume is called. For body care, you guys know I love Acure. I think at some point during the last year they did a rebranding and updated their packaging, which I think looks really good. I also feel like you can find it at more places now, which is nice. So if you just need to run out and pick something up, it makes it a lot more convenient. I don't know about you guys, but during the colder months, it feels like my skin's on the drier side already, and really heavily fragranced products just exacerbate that dryness. So I wanted something simple, unscented, and moisturizing. So I bought both the CoQ10 and CoQ Butter body wash and body lotion. The body wash is just very straightforward. Again, it's unscented, so it doesn't have a lush bergamot or citrus smell or whatever you like, but my skin just feels good after I use it, and I use it on the exfoliating cloth that I've talked about for so many years. I really like the body wash. And then the body lotion, it's a true lotion formula, so it's on the thinner side. I like that, especially if it's cold in the bathroom in the morning. The last thing I want to do is sit around waiting for body butters to sink in. So this absorbs quickly and leaves my skin feeling really moisturized. So if your skin has been needing a little extra TLC and you want something very basic, but it works and it's not a fortune, I would recommend both of these products. Oh, if I feel a little bit flush. I feel like I'm so out of practice talking on the phone that when somebody calls me, I'm always like, what am I supposed to say? But I'm having trouble with a toilet. TMI, adult life. So the plumber is on his way, so I must finish this up quickly. But this is the Drunk Elephant Proteiny Polypeptide Cream. I love this. This was actually the birthday present that my mom got me. So I've been using it every day since January 15th, and I am dreading the day that I run out of this because it's so expensive, but it is lovely. I will most definitely be repurchasing. So they have found a way around jar packaging. All you do is depress the top and the product comes right out, which I think is awesome. This is supposed to help replenish and restore the skin and restore collagen. And since I've been using it, I feel like the whole texture and feel of my skin is so nice. It's one of the best moisturizers I've ever used. So in the morning, I like to take a small amount and apply it right before I put on my sunscreen. So it's one of the last steps in my morning skincare routine. And then in the evening, I like to have a little bit more moisture. So I've been mixing it equal amounts with their Lala moisture, also from Drunk Elephant. And that one's thicker, more of like a traditional moisturizer that helps. So I feel like this one, the Proteiny, goes in like deeper in the skin and is doing good stuff, and Lala is doing good stuff to the outside and kind of creating that barrier and just keeping everything really moisturized. So again, expensive, but Drunk Elephant skincare, just having a moment with them. So that will be a repurchase. A sad day, but a repurchase. Let me tell you a very quick story about this glove. My mom and I were at the mall checking out a new coffee shop, and after we enjoyed our coffee, we walked around looking in different stores, and she picked this up and was like, "Ash, this would be perfect for you," because it is a well-known fact in my family that cleaning does not come second nature to me. House stuff, I don't know why. And my least favorite task is dusting the blinds. So she thought this would be great because I could really pinch the blinds to make sure I was getting all the dust off. Bought the glove, and if you can fall in love with a dusting glove, that's exactly what happened to me. So I ended up, the next time I was placing a Grove collaborative order, I saw that they carried a couple items from the same brand, eCloth. So I ordered both things that they sell. My favorite is the kitchen cleaning set. It has 2 cloths. One removes grease, grime, and bacteria, and the other one polishes all shiny surfaces. So this is actually another order from Grove, and I'm going to give that one to my mom. But the night that my order came in, I just took the cloths out and was, just kind of messing around, and I started wiping down the oven, and honest to goodness, that oven hasn't looked that good since the day it was installed. It is amazing. So I used the first cloth that's has a little bit more grit to it to get any kind of marks or finger smudges, grease stains, whatever, get all that up, and then use the one to polish, and it made everything so shiny. So now my dishwasher and refrigerator, everything looks awesome. And the other thing in the kitchen, I have 2 lighting fixtures that are gorgeous and I love them, but they have glass in them and they get dirty so easily. I've tried Windex, natural versions of Windex, anything you can imagine to try to clean them off. And these claws are the best, like the absolute best thing I've ever used on them. So we have a tiny bit of a situation here, but I've told myself I'm done. This is going to be the only basket I'm allowed to collect of these claws, but I have one for pretty much every corner of the house now. So I still don't love cleaning, but I love how everything looks when I use these claws. So not sponsored at all, but I really love my dusting claw. So I will put some links down below, and I'm actually thinking about doing a random loves, but like a home organization cleaning edition, because again, that's stuff is kind of hard for me. You know what I mean? It just doesn't come second nature to me. So I thought if I could share some tips, maybe someone out there watching could benefit from it too. Okay, I'm gonna have to wrap things up because I'm running out of time and he's coming and I want to get a couple things done before he gets here. But could not film a favorites video without talking about these rain boots from Target. We have had a very rainy season so far. I knew I wanted a pair. I thought about Hunters first. They're classic and beautiful. One of my sisters has them, and then kind of settled on the Madewell J. Crew ones. And I went into Madewell to try them on and they were so heavy and a little bit bulky looking. So I passed on those, and then a couple days later, just walking down the aisles of Target, I saw these. I love the shape of them and they are surprisingly comfortable, like as comfortable as a plastic rain boot can be. But because they're so slim, they're kind of that Chelsea boot look, very innocuous. So I can wear them if it's raining in the morning, I can put them on with a pair of black jeans and I can wear them throughout the day at the office without feeling like I'm, you know, stomping around in galoshes. I love these. I've gotten so much use out of them. So if you are experiencing like a rainy season, I think they were less than $30, so half the price of the Madewell one. So absolutely love those. And I think the only thing I'm not going to talk about today are the Madewell Road Tripper jeans, but I will put down below why I like them so much and I'll talk about them in a future video. Thank you so much for spending time with me today. I really appreciate it. I would love to know if you have any favorites or any recommendations for me. Thank you again for watching and I'll talk to you again very soon.